Good morning, everybody. I woke up this morning as I was getting ready for the day, reading Twitter, and I saw everybody was talking about dead legs, and it turned out that there was a television show, which I think probably more people saw this on Twitter. This little clip or whatever, or saw this reference, than actually that actually even knew that this show existed, let alone watched it. Apparently, there's a Canadian show that was picked up by NBC called Nurses. Now, I remember NBC had a show, Nurses, that was a sitcom back in the 90s. I didn't watch it much, but I remember that. But this I never heard of. And apparently you had a kid laying in bed with payas, and a teenager or young 20s, probably playing a teenager, and a rabbi who looked like more fake than anything from any Mel Brooks movie, kind of like from that Saturday Night Live sketch about This You Call a Wonderful Life, something like that. Really fake looking rabbi, and the kid had to have a leg put on him, grafted on from a cadaver, and the level of anti-Semitism, and I don't like that word anti-Semitism, it's really Judeophobia and anti-Hasidic nonsense, really, that you had in this clip that I saw. I can't measure, how ridiculous this was. This was really absolutely shameful. I mean, things like this just don't happen. And he said, "Oh, it could come from an Arab or a woman," and the nurse said, "Or maybe from an Arab woman," and like, is this what qualifies for television these days? I remember I posted something which I believe was on NBC back in the 50s, where Vincent Price is playing a rabbi during the Revolutionary War, true story, a TV show called Crossroads. And I remember, back in the day when President Bush Sr. said, we got to be more like the Waltons and less like the Simpsons, and I'm a big fan of the Simpsons. But this is just what's going on with NBC, from jokes that aren't funny. I mean, again, let's put aside how offensive this particular thing is. The acting was just awful. It was just it made anything that Ed would make look just brilliant. I had to look up, when did they actually show this show, because I was like, is this like a daytime soap opera that they show, lunchtime, that nobody really watches, except people who are home all day? Like, seriously, what on earth is this? I don't get it. And I don't get offended very easily, but like, this is just ridiculous. This is just a level of ineptitude and fantasy world, because nobody believes this. Nobody does this. This is not how our religion is practiced. If anything, the truth is, in the as far as tuma and tahara, as far as impurity, a limb from someone who's not Jewish would not have as much impurity as the limb from someone who's Jewish, actually. Not that makes a difference as far as a medical procedure like this, because we're talking about very obscure things in ancient times that don't apply today. But this is just ridiculous. And not only that, but the Hasidim don't hate Arabs. We're the ones who want to make peace. It's the secularists who are the racists. So the whole thing just it makes absolutely no sense. But that's where this is the world that's going on here, and but the answer is not just to complain and be oy vey, just feed into the Kyle's mom type of stereotype, which is very prevalent, that everything is offensive. That's not the answer. The answer is to spread more light. The answer is we have to have positive portrayals of Orthodox Jews and of Hasidim in the media. But just like the media hates, the reason really, I believe, why the media and the left hated President Trump and hates President Trump is because of his close connections to Orthodox Jews. And that's what a lot of it comes down to. It's a major level of bigotry that they have. So there's a lot to talk about, but this is just silly. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Here we see this young Pharaoh kid, is banned from Twitter, but Nick Muster, who's a real danger to our community, because young Pharaoh is just expressing his views, his opinions, but he's not trying to get the government to take away our rights. But Nick Muster is, and the Yafet organization is. It's just a crazy world. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. You can listen to my podcast also wherever podcasts are served. It's called To Stir with Love with Rabbi Kiplevich from the IDT Yeshiva of Newark. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. We'll see you later. And press that bell button.